Well, I have got to get you guys brought up to speed because we got a lot going on here, and there's a bunch of cool updates to everything that I need to tell you about. So we're going to start up here. We're going to talk about these bikes, and then we'll make our way to the back where I'm going to tell you about some cool shop upgrades that we've done. So stick around. Okay, where do we start? Well, I just posted a video on Seth's bike, and you guys definitely commented a few times about his mirror stock here being a harpoon. So don't worry, he's got some mirrors to go on it, so that is going to be fixed here momentarily. On the topic of Nighthawks, we also just did a video with the cam chain tensioner springs featuring both of these bikes. And mine, I have an idea for an upgrade. So over here, I've got an extra tensioner. And so basically, I'm going to re-engineer this lock. That's my goal. So I have not started on that, but it is happening. So the Nighthawk, though, it should look a little different, though. You notice over there, we got stock pipes. So this thing is now sporting a 4-in-1. Now, I have a muffler that I bought for that. Ended up just kind of like not visually looking how I thought it was going to. And so I have some materials on order. I'm actually going to build out the rest of the system. And so that's going to be a pretty cool video. So I'm excited to see how that thing turns out. But that's something that we're working on right now, among other things. So another cool project, this CX500. So you guys have probably seen this thing in the background of many, many videos over the last 4 years or so. This is a 1982 CX500C. Now, I actually bought this thing with a red CX500C that I made some really good revival videos on and showed you guys how to really work on these things and some things I look for. So this bike has been hanging around. It was built previously by a friend. So he did the tail and the hoop and the seat and stuff like that. And it was his first build, but he decided it wasn't for him. So what I ended up doing is just kind of going through it. We've rewired the whole thing. And then with Colton here, we needed some fabrication projects. So that's where this cool X-pipe exhaust comes in. This thing sounds awesome. So we've done a lot more work. It's got an M unit in it, rewired. We also made these handlebars. So those look really good. Now this will be a dedicated kind of just build breakdown video that I'm going to record here shortly. So you'll probably see that one uploaded not long after this video, but that thing is cool and it is for sale now technically, but somebody bring me $3,000 for that thing and you can go home with it. I just need it gone. We're trying to get stuff done so we can make space in the shop. As far as other stuff for sale, we have our 900F. So this thing we've made videos on. It's ready to go as far as the state we want to sell it in. So you need tires. It's a good project. Like it runs and rides, clear title. We're looking for $2,500 for this thing. Just a cool bike. The Nighthawk behind it, we've made videos on this and it is for sale as well. And right now I have that listed up at $3,500, but you can't fall up a tree. So somebody make me a good solid offer and you can take it home. And this thing has been gone through. It is reliable. It is ready to go. So somebody needs that thing. We're just trying to make some space. So that brings us to these two bikes over here. Now this is a 1981 CB900C. So the custom model, shaft drive with a 10 speed. Really cool bike. This, as well as the bike back there, are for the 1.5 Grand Tour, which is going to be a $1,500 kind of cheap bike ride that we're going to be doing next month at the end of August. So this is my chariot for it. Now, I have talked about it in a couple videos. We are actively recording, making content on it, but they're all going to be released at the same time. So working on getting this thing running, and it is going to be a very cool project. So I'll keep you guys posted on when those videos are going to go up. Now over here, we got a sporty boy, and I'm going to let Seth tell you guys about this one. Hello, Seth.
Hello, BJ.
Well, it's not me, it's audience. You got to talk to them.
Well, hello, general population that is viewing this.
Yeah.
So this is a 2002 Yamaha R6. We have a pretty entertaining story as to how we acquired this motorcycle, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's going to be another video as well. I don't want you to spoil the story because it's hilarious.
So stay tuned for that. But I've been just going through the process of making this thing mechanically sound. It technically ran when we got it.
It started.
Yeah, it started briefly.
You gonna do a fan burnout?
But I just wanted to be a little more thorough and fix the various issues that this thing has.
Yeah, it's definitely been through a couple owners.
Yeah, I pulled approximately 10 pounds of loose wires and connectors off this thing.
Yeah.
So
and then another 10 pounds of black tape.
So much black tape.
And then we don't know what this is. But yeah, it's got character. But this is going to be your $1,500 bike.
This is my hopefully trusty steed.
Okay. So at the end of this ride, we have to be willing to sell these bikes for $1,500. Is this one you're going to try to keep, or are you going to try to sell it?
I mean, the goal is to sell it. So
just keep that in mind. At the end of August, we're going to have 2 bikes here, each for $1,500, and they're going to be well-sorted bikes. So just saying.
It's a good opportunity for a cheap R6.
Yeah. Yeah, we're into it right. Again.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good story. Now, making our way back here, check this out. Oh my gosh. This is the RD350 that we did a Will It Run series on, or a Will It Run video on. It had a big fairing on the front. It was crusty. This is a one-owner bike, and this is for a customer, and it has been a basically light restoration, full engine rebuild and stuff like that. Seth has this thing running and riding fantastic. So right now it is in the home stretch because hopefully in the next week or so, we'll be able to get it on the dyno and just do some final tuning on it. Seth and I are just honestly not the most savvy on 2-strokes. So we want to make sure we have this thing set safely and that it's just perfect for the customer. So hopefully we can make another dyno video for this thing, and that will be fun. But Seth knocked it out of the park on this thing. It is such a nice bike. Now in the back here, it's going to be a little bit out of sorts because we have had some work done. So over here, where the mini lathe used to reside, you'll notice a big old honking Atlas clausing lathe from the 40s. So I have been needing to upgrade the lathe for a long time. I'd been keeping my eye out, but we were at an estate sale, and this guy had this in his basement. I got a great deal on it. It comes with a bunch of tooling and stuff like that. So this is going to up our game in the machining department, just allowing us to fit larger items in there. So super excited about that. But this, we needed some more 220 ran, so we had to wait on some electricians to kind of bring that through where it needed to go, because we also picked up this, which is a gigantic parts washer. So we got more 220 coming down. So this thing, we're trying to be more efficient with our time, of course. And so there's a lot of time that's involved with just scrubbing parts. And this will help automate that. So we have a cool turntable in here, and then it has a bunch of sprayers in here. So it's gonna spray heated cleaning, heated chemical, whatever you want to put in here, and it will clean these parts, and that is gonna be fantastic. And so we have to get a different, I think that's like a skimmer motor that goes there. So to keep the film off there, keep it clean, and then we have to put a new heating element in it. So this was a really cool purchase as well. Again, just to try to increase our, gotta close this door, okay. So just always trying to increase our capability and our efficiency. Another tool that we've bought, the tire machine back here. Now you've probably seen this in a couple videos now, but this is a new addition and it is fantastic. Now this is an automotive one, but we do plan to put the little blocks on here that kind of adapt it to hold a motorcycle wheel. It works for now, but it could work a lot better. But we desperately needed one of those. Now over here, parts washer doesn't look any different, but you open it up and we've done some upgrades. So we'd already replaced the motor in this thing, and what happened was it went from not spraying hard enough to spraying way too hard. So what we did is we put an inline filter in here, so it's going to be filtering out all of your chemical, but also I have this valve in here which kind of regulates the flow. So you can go full blast. We can kind of tame it down a little bit, which is awesome. So we can add to this as well. And then we also have a new sprayer handle. So this is actually just a really nice upgrade. It's the little things, I swear. And then beyond that, we have just done some maintenance on the vapor blasters. So we have all new liquid and all new media in there, and it's really nice. So again, we're just trying to do some upgrades. Now, back here, you'll notice Colton's bike, his Radian. I'm doing some leaf blowing outside, and it is missing the whole back half of the bike. So we haven't forgot about this project. We've been working on it. So right now, that rear wheel and swing arm and everything, we have that at a friend's who has a mill, and he is working on retrofitting the FJ wheel onto that swing arm. And so we're still working on it. And another reason we haven't really made any update videos is because I've been waiting on the lathe to make the necessary parts to go on that, to make the videos to show to you guys. So it's a process. That thing. This is a GS 550E with no engine. That's a future project. I have been wanting to build a GS 550 for a long time now. I've been collecting parts. I've got about 90% of what I need to make that a rider, okay? So this project will come in the future, but I'm excited about that. You don't see those things very often, if ever. And so it's gonna be rad. CBX, this thing is getting fast-tracked here very shortly because October is coming up, and that's when Barber Vintage Motorcycle event happens. And so we want to bring this down there among other bikes. So I've been amassing parts for it, but we just haven't had the time to work on it. So the CBX, we are going to fast track here shortly and try to get that thing together because we want to bring it to Barber. I think another bike that we would love to bring would be this XS 400, okay? I would like to, all I gotta do is just tune the carburetors basically and throw some mirrors on it and it's done. So that would be nice to do, as well as getting our VTR 250 up and going. So it's in the home stretch, honestly. and that would be sweet. So I wanted to get this CBX done, but I don't want to rush that one. I'm okay with rushing the junkyard CBX. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, and we're even thinking about maybe doing a swap meet here because we need to get rid of some stuff. Like I said, we got a bunch of bikes for sale, and then we've also got another Nighthawk in storage that I just need to sell, and we just got too much stuff right now. And I got a GS 550 frame with title. It's a 77E model, so if anybody needs a GS 550 frame with title, a couple $100 and it's yours. So I think I'm going to stop rambling. That's going to do it for this video. I'll have a video on that CX500 going up very shortly, so hope you guys enjoy that one. But look for other updates on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.